Linguistics agree that a language can only be called a language if it has a system of rules, which is also known as grammar. Second one is a sound system, which is phonology. And third is vocabulary, which is lexicon. Say dialect. It is a sub-variety of a single language. When we say speech community, people can understand each other because in their speech community, they share the same set of rules in the language system. Language acquisition. While growing up, people acquire the language used by those in the community. The language acquired while growing up are also known as mother tongue, which also be referred to as first language. Language contact. It is a new form of language. So when we say language change, it is the result of language contact. There are three types of communication. The first is according to communication mode. Second is according to context. And third is according to purpose and style. What is communication mode? The channel through which one expresses his and her communication plan. Here's the type of communication mode. First is face-to-face interaction. Second is video. Third is audio. And fourth is text-based. Video is used to connect two or more people who cannot interact face-to-face. It is the second more convenient communication mode next to face-to-face interaction. Whereas the audio mode of communication is limited to hearing only the speaker's voice, most types of the text-based communication are limited only to what is written. In text-based communication, it has a wider reach and is able to disseminate information to a larger group of audience. According to context, interpersonal communication, interpersonal communication, extended communication, organizational communication, and intercultural communication. When we say intrapersonal communication, it is a communication with yourself, which is you are both the center and the receiver. When we say interpersonal communication, it is a dyadic communication. It involves two persons or two groups of people who shares the role of center and receiver. So when we say extended communication, it involves the use of electronic media like television, radio, and other technologies in organizational communication. The focus is on the role that the communication plays the role of organizational competence. Intercultural communication. Communication between or among people having different linguistics, religious, gender, ethnic, social, and professional backgrounds. According to purpose and style, we have formal communication and informal communication.
The nature of communication. Communication is lateral takes on different contexts. Views on communication types. Communication always process of sending and receiving information, sign, symbol, and body language. According to mood, verbal communication is transmission of ideas, opinions, feelings, emotion, or attitude through the use of moods. Non-verbal communication is sending of message to another person, means other words. Visual communication use visual information and messages. Visual use to transfer data information, sign, symbol, imaginary maps, graphs, charts, diagrams, photos, drawings, or illustration, and even of electronic communication.
Communication model, we have Maxwell's communication model. In 1948, Harold Wade Laswell described communication as being focused on the following, which is who, say what, in which channel, to whom, and what, and with what effect. Aristotle communication model. Aristotle emphasized that there are three variables in the communication process, which is the speaker, speech, and audience. Note that the speaker variable here is very important. Without the speaker, there will be no speech to be produced. Depending on the profile of the audience, the speaker adjusts his and her speech. Burdell's communication model. David model conceptualized in 1960 is probably the most well-known among the communication models. The major variables involved in the communication process are the source, message, channel, and receiver. So, Shannon-Weaver communication model. It is the mother of all models. Concepts of Shannon model. We have the sender, encoder, channel, decoder, receiver, and the noise. The dense helical model. This states that the presence of communication moves upward and forward. Emphasize that the longer two people converse, the more progressive communication is, advancing from one level or state to another.
General principles of effective communication. Number 1, know your purpose in communicating. Are you communicating basically to inform, to entertain, or to persuade? Are you communicating to socialize? So, know your audience. As it will dictate your speaking or writing style you are going to employ. Next is know your topic. In speaking situation, speakers are invited because they have something to share. In writing, writers wish that other people learn something from them. So adjust your speech or writing to the context of the situation. So the environment in which your speech or writing is to be delivered means the kind of language you will use. Effective written communication. The 7 C's. So number 1 is clarity. Be clear about your message and always be guided by your purpose in communicating. So number 2 is conciseness. Always stick to the point and do not beat or run around the bush. So be brief by focusing on your main point. Number 3, concreteness. Support your claims with enough facts. Your readers will easily know if you are bluffing or deceiving them because there is nothing to substantiate your claims. Number 4 is correctness. Observe grammatical correctness in your writing. Always have time to edit and revise your work. So number 5 is coherence. Coherence is your ideas should be connected to each other and related to the topic. So number 6 is completeness. Always place yourself in the shoes of your readers who is always interested to receive new information. So courtesy. Number 7. The tone of your writing should be friendly. Avoid any overtone or undertone or insinuation to eliminate confusion and misinterpretation.
Varieties and registers of spoken and written language. Varieties of English. Word Englishes. Localized varieties of English as they are used or spoken in certain areas. In the Asian context, the concept was introduced by Bra Kachru. 3 concentric circles, inner, outer, and expanding circles. The inner circle, English as native language. The outer circle, English as a second language. The expanding circle, English as a foreign language. According to Bautista and Gonzalez, the structural characteristics of these new varieties differ. This is brought about by the mother tongue or home languages of those who learn to acquire English. Acrolect comes closer to the standard. Basilet changes throughout from it and comes up closest to the Pidgin. Misolect, middle variety of midway between the Acrolect and Basilet. Bautista and Gonzalez use the term idiolects for these varieties resulting from certain types of education ascertained by social class but are conveyed or transferred by kind of instruction of educational systems. Language registers of English. Registers a variety of language defined according to its use in social situation. Field may be analyzed in terms of the social setting and the communicative purpose in which the text is produced. Tenor may be described in terms of the roles required of the writers and readers, including the cultural values standard by both. Mode could be explained in light or the knowledge of others text required of the speakers, listeners, and writers, readers as regards the genre including from formal text speech. Formal registers is appropriate for use in professional writing. Informal register is the more social in time. It is the appropriate for have established a same personal relationship.
Coping with the challenges of intercultural communication. It has become a widespread notion that the speaker's use of different languages results in intercultural miscommunication and misunderstanding. The lack of shared knowledge and beliefs of cultural diversity make it more complicated to arrive at the correct inference or interpretation of meanings. Misunderstanding in intercultural communication may not be always caused verbal utterances. Misunderstanding may also occur due to wrong interpretation of the nonverbal code. Sources of misunderstanding.
All cultures are equal, and though sometimes difficult to understand, you need to understand that no culture is superior or inferior to another. People have different language, lifestyles, and ways of thinking, speaking, and behaving. This is the essence of cultural diversity. Synthesis. It is always challenging to deal with people from different cultures. The challenge lies in the way of understanding not only the verbal code but also the non-verbal code. Intercultural communication can be studied through the functionalist approach, interpretative approach, and critical approach.